Well, hello guys, I'm back again, and this is a long-awaited video. Relics. We're gonna get straight into the relics. My recommendations on the relics. Just a couple things. I will have a beginner and an advanced. So on the bottom of the video, it'll give you like a little timestamp to skip if you just want to go to the advanced section. The beginning and the advanced, the way I break it down is beginning, anybody who hasn't fought the last Night Lord. Advanced would be somebody who's already beat the Night Lord, is now playing the Everdark, and is just looking for information. Cool. So that's the way I'm splitting it up. Another thing would be is I highly recommend that you watch the third video on the series so you can see the damage numbers. I'm not gonna argue. I don't want to say argue. I don't want to be that negative. I'm not gonna argue with people on the internet telling me like, oh, why don't you have this? Why don't you have that? Like, look at the third video. Do your own like research. There's a lot of misinformation on the game, and I'm just here giving you the facts to be a more effective Ironeye player. This isn't for views. This is for knowledge. Cool. So now that we got that out of the way, what do I recommend people? What do I recommend people? Beginners, the relics that I recommend are these, and I put these in order. Your top priority, additional skill use. Having the ability to use your skill twice is so good. It changes the way you play Ironeye. Not only can you go through bosses, not only do you have invincibility, but your mark is most of your damage. Well, I would say that. I will die on that hill. It is most of your damage. Now, just be careful when if you put a mark on an enemy and then you put another mark, it kind of resets. So don't put two marks thinking you're gonna do more damage. It kind of resets. So for the second recommendation that I have would be your starting armament, dealing the boss's weakness. And for that, you can just go here to the round table hold right here, and you can press Y, and it'll give you the weakness right here. And this is just in case you don't know. I'm kind of taking it like that you've played the game a little. You're kind of like running around and maybe dying to a couple of these, so you can see their weakness right here. Holy, lightning, fire, lightning, madness, which is very hard, lightning, fire, poison, and also lightning or holy. I believe that's holy. Yeah, is it holy? Yeah, it's holy. It's holy and light are kind of like the same, but this is lightning, and then that's holy. So for the second, I recommend the boss's weakness. If you don't have anything like a starting armament, a relic that gives you the starting armaments for weakness, I strongly suggest just take fire, which is the first after you beat the first boss. I believe it gives you just starting armament fire. Fire is just so good on most bosses. Not most bosses, I should say on most the little guys. Just having a little bit of hit is just, it's better than nothing. The third relic recommendation that I recommend would be anything that gives your ultimate art. There's two things that give more charge to your ultimate art. Ultimate art plus, which goes from +1, +2, +3, and that just passively, as long as you're in battle, it gives your gauge. It passively gives it a little boost. Like it passively fills it up, I should say. It's not a lot. It's very small, but like I said, it's better to have that than nothing. And then defeating enemies increases art charge is another relic that I highly recommend. I highly recommend for beginners. This will make your farming a lot faster. You see a bunch of ads, just throw your ult. And this will just speed things up a little better. It'll make you more comfortable using your art instead of saving it for like, oh, I'm gonna save it for a moment. No, you just keep using it, and it just kills everything. My fourth recommendation would be any endurance and dexterity. If you've seen my third video, you know how very little impactful dexterity is. So I would say put endurance first. And even though you are getting a very minuscule, it's better than nothing. Believe you me, it's better to have just any points of endurance, and just even if it's a tiny bit on dexterity, don't go overboard, because it has like diminishing returns. But again, these are the four that I recommend to a player who's probably still fighting Augur or Sentient Pests and they're having a hard time, these are the 4 and they're in order. So prioritize 1, and then if you don't have 2 or 3, you can move on to 4. Beginner passives. Beginner passives are the ones that you get from Armaments, and it's very, very simple. Prioritize damage negation at full HP. Always grab that. Always grab that. Never drop it. Less likely to be targeted. That's what you want as a beginner. When you enter to advanced, you don't need it. Especially when you know the boss's moves. Like when I play, I'm like, I want to be targeted. I want to be targeted, you know, because I have more dodging capabilities than my teammates. So I want to be targeted, especially if you're playing solo. Less likely to be targeted, really won't do much or anything at all. But yeah, less likely to be targeted. Use it. It'll save you. It'll keep in the fight longer. You won't freak out. You learn the boss's movements, and you'll do good. You'll do good. Dormant passives. These are the passives that you get from every goals or fighting bosses. Anything with HP and stamina increase is really, really good. Really, really good. More runes, really, really good. Either if it's the flat amount from every goals or the plus 10% acquisition. Of course, don't get the plus 10 acquisition like if it's your second to the last boss that you're doing. But those are always, always, always really good. First of all, I'm not going to talk about broken builds because I think broken is like a term that's really dumb. Like this is a broken build, and I look at it and it's like, dude, you're just doing 10%. I mean, 10 more damage. That's not broken, you know? And I don't want to argue with people. I'll just be like, yeah, bro, 10 damage. Yeah, it's broken. Holy moly. I don't want to get into that. This is not a guide for that. This is a guide for people that actually want the knowledge, want the information. If you think having 10 whatever, I don't want to get into it. This is not a broken video. This is not an overpowered OP one shot. Like if this game had that, I would be complaining. I'd be like, why is it so easy, you know? But again, if that's your cup of tea, this is not the video for you. Thank you for watching. Go to go to those videos that show you that. But again, this is not for me. That's just not for me. Cool. So now, advanced recommendations. These are the recommendations that I want for people to have when they're playing. Like after you beat the game, how can you get more effective? How can you get more effective? What can we do? Number 1 would be character skill use. Still king. It's still really good. It's still really good. I would argue, and I would die on that hill that is the best relic in the game. Any relic that has that, I wouldn't argue that the relic is good. It's just the passive is so good. It's extremely good. Still up there. If you're not using it, I recommend that you use it. If you're playing in very, very high skill players, with high skill players, you're going to put your mark. They're going to destroy that mark in like 2-3 seconds, and they're going to be screaming at you, put another mark, put another mark. And that's the way you should be playing Ironeye. You can go through 2 marks in like 6 seconds. I've done that not hundreds of times, but I've done that a couple. If you put like in 10 digits, I've done that a couple times. It's just so good. Your mark is just, it does a lot of damage. So put a mark there. Skill use, still king in my opinion. In my very, very strong opinion. The number 2, rune acquisitions. Get to level 15. With Ironeye, get to level 15. There are some misinformation on how like the damage drop off and how like I saw a video where it's like don't reach level 15. I don't know if it was a tongue-in-cheek or if it was a joke, but I didn't take it as a joke. But yeah, it's still king. If you get to 15, that is the best thing you can do for your character with most of these relics. Some of these relics overshine it. Yes, of course, I would agree with you. But again, this is my recommendations. So we're moving on. 3 would be the attack power increase for each Evergold prisoners defeated. I did not like this in the beginning because I tried it out. But I tried it out with Ironeye. And now that I'm using it, and I'm using it at full damage, just everything damage, everything that I can pick up damage, it changed my mind. No, I'm a believer. I went from doing 110, 120. And for me, that was high back then. To now doing 150 to 170. The most I've done was 172, 170. And the least I've done with this build is now like 140. But the medium, I would say 150 to 170. That's what you should expect every game. And it's very, very good. And you don't really need to do much. You can start off with your starting armament and then just upgrade it by going through the mines and get as many ever goals as possible, get as much attack up as possible, and it doesn't hurt your survivability. It does not hurt your survivability. I 100% recommend that relic. It's very, very strong. And if you're using anybody else but Ironeye, it is still very strong. Even if you hit 3 ever goals a game, it's really good. I think reaching all the ever goals is overkill. You're gonna like be skipping out on a lot, but I do recommend this relic. I mean, if you're playing like somebody that has like 300 attack, like the Raider, of course you're gonna want to go for all 7. But with Ironeye, 3 to 5 is a sweet spot. Anything besides 5 is like really, really good, but you're probably wasting time getting relics. But I mean getting runes, but I 100% recommend it. Number 4 would always be the boss weakness. Even in advanced play, I still would recommend boss weaknesses to be like one of your starting relics. However, I'm putting it at 4 because it's not like I stopped using it. I tried bleed, I tried poison, and I like those results. But for boss weaknesses, I'm putting it at 4. I still recommend it, but it's not a deal breaker if you don't take it. Like if you don't take it, I'll be like, fine, I understand. But if you're still like kind of like dabbling on what should I take, that would definitely be a recommendation. And now to end this quick little guide, I hope it's quick. Advanced passives. This is it. This is what really synergizes. If you have the Evergoal equipped, the Evergoal, like defeating enemies with Evergoal increases your damage. Please take this. And even if you don't have it equipped, I'm a believer in Ironeye doing more damage, and we are taking away his survivability and just going full glass cannon. If you know that if you're at end game, you should be able to know how to like dodge most attacks. And this is what I recommend: more damage at full HP. This is really, really good. You're always going to be at full HP, and if you're not at full HP, you're drinking your flask, and you should have like he has so little health that this is just really good at him. Second recommendation: range damage increase. So on your armaments, you grab those. And the third one is any element or ailment to your preference. And what I mean by preference is like I would take blood over frost. However, if the enemy that I'm fighting, like the last boss, is immune to blood, I would definitely take frost over that. If I for some reason pick up the boss's weakness, I would definitely pick that. And what I mean by that, it's the one that has a little hand where you can still use your starter item, and it gives you the element. However, I find that very, very weak. I don't know if it's a bug or if it's like the bug they fixed, but it's very, very weak, extremely weak. But I still recommend it. Because you can just use your L1, or you can hit with that element whenever the boss is going through that little phase where it needs to be broken. So I still recommend you getting that item, and then you can switch. You can hit with your offhand, maybe just to proc poison, maybe just to proc anything, or you can just do this entirely and just get greases, which I 100% recommend. Greases are really good with Ironeye. Take greases; they're quick to apply. You can get 4. Buy a backpack from the merchant, and then just go on your merry way. Like greases are really, really good with Ironeye. So again, just go to your merchant. I believe they cost like 4,000. And then there you can get a 2-pack of greases. And then I recommend 4. I think anything above 4 is overkill. But yeah, 4 greases, they'll last you the whole fight. But again, ailments, as in bleed, really, really good. Elements, the only one I would be behind would be frost, but all the other ones are good. Dormant passives, any damage negation. Just make sure you don't die in one hit. And this is what I recommend: either elemental or physical, both. Just take them. If it's giving you like a frost, like resistance to frost, and the boss is in frost, except Caligo, he is, don't take it. But this is what I recommend: all damage negations. That should be like if on the second one that I recommend is damage up, which is like 6% more attack, or any ailments attack. I recommend damage negation over that, because you want to survive. You really need to survive. And damage up, of course. Damage up if you're using the ever goals. Any damage up, your damages are just gonna skyrocket. Like you're gonna be somebody that won't just be marking. You're actually gonna be contributing to damage, and I love it. I really do love it. So now at the very end, I thought I'd show you what I run, and these are the ones I run. Let's see if I can. This is not the ones I run. Okay, cool. So now you can see this is what I run. This is what I personally run. I run Rune Acquisition for self-allies, Stoneward Key, a Rune Discount. This is a very, very good relic, and you can buy it from the bazaar. I believe after you kill the dogs. I may be wrong. After you defeat the dogs, this is very, very good. Ironeye. Oh, I'm getting this one, even though I'm not using Mind at all. I'm just getting it for the physical attack up. I just want just a little bit, just squeeze out that damage just by, even if it's by 1 or 2 numbers. That's what I want. There is a different one where you can get 2 dexterity and I think 2 or 3 poise, but this is the one I want. And I 100% recommend this. Attack power permanently increased for each ever goal prisoner defeated. 100% recommended. 100% recommended. And starting ailment deals lightning damage. This one I take because I don't know. I think we were fighting the new ever goal, Dark Drift Rider, so that's why I took it. But there's a couple more. Do I have any other recommendations? This is the one I normally take, which is just plus 3 dexterity, 2 poise, just to help me out in the early game. It's just the same thing, except I'm switching Mind to dexterity, and I'm switching lightning over to treasure marked on the map. So this is just the same build, except one gives me lightning, the other one just gives me like no lightning. But both are really, really good. And this is what do I recommend this for people? Yes. Do I want people to run this? No. I want people to take my knowledge and make Ironeye better. So I would like for you, if you're an advanced player, take what I have on here and make it better. Always, always, always better. The last thing we need to talk about would be this one. This one's just good on its own. And I recommend it. I really, really do recommend this one. I didn't put it in my recommendations because this is a very niche type of item. But definitely, just by adding this relic and adding 2 of your favorite relics, you're done. It still does a lot of damage. It still gives you like just that. You just have a lot of damage every point of the game. I just don't like the RNG, but this is really good. And one thing about this, if you hate the fact that you have to switch weapons to activate it, like you can switch weapons to activate it, but if you don't have a weapon, just take it out. Take it out of your inventory and put it back in, and then just put all your armaments at the bottom, and then that's it. It's simple. So you have it, you take it out, you put it back in, and then that's it. You get a 14% boost, and you get a 70. You get another attack boost. So this always, I can't end the video without recommending this. If you want to do a bleed build, by all means. But you see at level 15, 66 damage. You proc it. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Sorry. All the way up to 72. So you get an 8 points, and then you get the plus 14. It is random, but again, I cannot end a recommendation video without talking about this relic. And I think that's it. I don't want to make this video long. I'm speaking very fast. Those are my recommendations. Feel free to pause. I threw the armaments in there because I feel like if somebody needs questions or answers, those are there. If you want to take any relics that I didn't recommend, by all means do it. Nobody's forcing you to do it. Like I myself, I'm not calling this my room broken. I'm calling it, I want to go in and kill the boss. You know? But that's it. I won't yap more. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Stay tuned. I will put up more videos on Ironeye. In the guide section, I think we're done with everything. But if anything does pop up, I will make another guide. If I find any builds out there that are good, that I find interesting, I will definitely put it out. But overall, See you guys later.